Trigger warning. On this episode of the Mocha Minutes podcast, sexual assault and sexual violence is discussed. Listener discretion is advised. To the Mocha Minutes podcast. I'm Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. You can find the Mocha Minutes podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Find us on any of those platforms or wherever else you catch your podcast. Also, still soliciting for ratings and reviews. If you would be so inclined, please leave us some 5 stars. Leave us some reviews. Would greatly appreciate it. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Mocha Minutes on all 3 of those platforms. If you want to shoot me an email, give me some feedback. Other than on those 3 places, you can email me at mochaminutes@gmail.com. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love around me, baby. I'll never forget my baby. So, Bear Boy, they are on Twitter. They moderated a Clubhouse room that was just to appreciate Janet Demita Jo Jackson. That room went on for 5 hours on Clubhouse. And that room owes me nothing because it is Janet Demita Jo Jackson. I love her so much. I am so thankful for that room. Sometimes being on social media, Clubhouse, I honestly would count it as social media. It can be very daunting, but to spend 5 hours in a room just really in community with people who recognize that Janet Demita Jo Jackson is an icon and we must give her her thing. And I felt this song was appropriate because I am joined this week by my girl Cook from Highly Inappropriate. Together again. Ooh.
Niggas gonna be like, this bitch is on this girl show more than she on her own damn show. What the fuck?
Like, it's like, and whatever. Don't care. Wait, every time they're like, you're gonna edit this, I'm like, Cook, I ain't edited shit.
Like, you right. We not adding in shit. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. So, full disclosure, Model E and I are very busy. I'm just kidding. Model E is very busy. Stephanie is just forgetful. So she will be back in the future because I know I said it last week that she was going to be here. But God puts things happen for a reason, because that means I didn't waste Model E's time because she was so busy. She went, oh my God, girl, I was so busy. It's like, okay, because I felt horrible Monday morning. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And, she went,
and this was your last one, right?
Yeah. She was so funny. She was. We were supposed to record actually Sunday night. I thought we were recording Monday night. I woke up Monday morning and I was like, we were supposed to record last night, not tonight. OMG.
Oh my God.
And it's like when you're so busy like Model E, you're like, girl, what happened? And I was like, so it's weird. It's like this, like when you know someone's like, oh girl, it's okay because I got so busy and time got away from me too. You feel a little sigh of relief, but you still, it's that tinge of I'm wasting someone's time. And I don't like doing that. So that's the thing. I am somebody who's like, I can't do that. I don't like doing that.
It's so hard being considerate. Like the struggle of just being considerate, because it's hard to consider others. It's not hard. It's just
it's a muscle.
My anxiety sometimes.
It's a muscle. It's a muscle. Because I think it's not something that is it's not an unconscious thing. You have to be conscious when you're being considerate.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh my gosh, what if I'm being inconsiderate? And someone goes, but you're not, because I was busy. And it's like, it's like,
but I'm like, are they just saying that because they don't want to be rude? Because that's what I would have said if they did that. Like, and I don't like, and then you're just like I said, it contributes to my anxiety.
That's true, because if it would have been the other way around, I'd be like, girl, that's fine. It's like, I don't think I would just, girl, I was so busy. I was busy, but I'd be like, no, girl, it's no worries. Because I'm like, the thing about it is, it's like,
but girl, it's like at the same time, you're going to roll with it anyway, because like, you're going to roll with it.
Right.
I know.
Right. So I appreciate you being here. Cookie and I, because let me tell y'all something. Y'all, he might get the treatment that I have for the man who played the football, and then he was in the movies, and then he was in the White Bronco, and then he did the book, and then I'm not speaking his name because you know what? Not doing this today. So there's somebody else that we're going to talk about. I'm like, he might get that, because let me just tell you this. I discussed this with Cookie earlier today. How about Homeboy got 3 more videos? I said, what? Why is he never not live? I'm like,
I have to get through them, because
I said, look, and they are not quick, girl. They're like hours. I was just like, oh my God.
This nigga gotta get his hookah. He gotta. So, okay, we're gonna get into these videos in his entire aesthetic. We're gonna get into it.
But yeah, he's like, he might get that, like, y'all, he might get a nickname on here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Gosh.
When we get to it, I might have to think about it. Like, do I want to? Because
it's like
excuse me, his videos are now getting sponsored, bitch. So it's like, oh, you're getting money off this. He got super chats, because that's why he also goes live, because it's like you can actually donate money to people. And well, he's like, I'm gonna put this money in my gas tank. I'm like, I love a real nigga like that. Okay.
Let me tell you, it just we're gonna get into breaking it down. We're gonna break it all the way down.
Really, because this is a lot. So before we get to that, let's give some people their roses. Now, we are recording on May 25th. May 25th is going to always be a different day. It's a new day. This is the anniversary of the death of George Floyd. The day that apparently white people realized white racism was in America, and that there are racist cops, and oh my God, it's not something that Black people made up. It's like being Sunshine going into Sunshine from Remember the Titans, when they see, like, remember when they were going to the restaurant, like, oh, but people like me can't go in there. Oh no, it's fine. Come on in. And then you see the owner of the bar say, no, niggers can't come in here. And then someone's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean you didn't know? I told you. Yeah, that's what happened last May. However, there's still a family mourning their family member. So today is the anniversary of George Floyd's death. So I want to give the flowers to his family. When you lose a family member the way that they have, and that is literally by the hands of the very people that by definition are supposed to protect everybody, but for everybody who is non-white, that is not what we know. It's very hard for, this is very depth because they literally catapult you to a place of you gotta march, you gotta run, you gotta walk, you gotta meet, you gotta be on camera. And sometimes you're like, I don't want to do any of that. I literally want to mourn the person that is no longer here with me. Okay. So they actually, his family, and his brother, Phil, I think it's Phil and Eyes. Let me tell you something. Homeboy come with the words. He also looked very sharp to me. President Biden and VP Harris, Vice President Harris. So his family was there. So was George Floyd's daughter, Gianna. So I'm giving my flowers to his family because this is a lot. Because even being in a closed meeting of the president, we all know that you met with the president.
Yeah.
So I'm giving my flowers to them because this is a lot. It's kind of like you just go, I can't just be a person and grieve my family member. But
yeah, and his daughter led a chant of say his name at the White House.
That's right.
So yeah, bless her, little girl, bless her dearly. You know,
this is just a lot.
Daddy.
Yeah. So his brother Phil looked sharp. Said if you can make federal laws to protect the bird, which is the bald eagle, then you can make federal laws to protect people of color.
Especially after they signed that Asian American bill. And
that it was like,
let's go ahead and get that. Let's get that ball rolling.
So, because that's, it's a really interesting thing about laws. People really, I've noticed, and I've seen a lot of rose-colored glasses wearing white people, just white, like elite, maybe just the white people I've seen and been in like on the social medias or the clubhouse rooms with. They really are operating under this impression that people are good. I'm like, if that was the case, we shouldn't have so many laws to actually just treat people like people. Like, why would you have to have a law to say, hey, don't beat on Asian folks? Why would we need a law about that? Why are you doing that? Why would you need to have a law to let people of color vote? Why do we have to pass a law to let indigenous means that you are from this country, and tell them they can't vote till 1975. Like, according to the song that everybody learns in elementary school, Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. There's no, like, it just makes no sense. It's like the fact that y'all are actually having a discussion about a anti-lynching law. You're having a discussion. This is why I'm like, why are y'all under the impression that people are good? A person can be good. People are not. You actually have to make laws for people not to treat people like shit. Literally have to make a law, have to go all the way to the Supreme Court to stop people from being assholes to people. But y'all think people just walk around being what?
Woo!
Hey, do you know everything we as Black people in this country have? They're like, you got all these rights. We had to literally fight for the right to be called a whole human being. Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, every law, do you know? It's like, you're like, oh, people. I'm like, no, they're not. We wouldn't need laws if people were good. or we just do the right thing. Why? People as a collective are selfish. A person could be very magnanimous, sympathetic, empathetic. People as a collective, yeah, no, not really. Hence why we're still in a fucking pandemic. We're still doing telework. Over May 2021. We went into lockdown March 2020. Y'all, it's like I wanted them like, girl, I'm being more pragmatic than anything. I'm not being negative. I don't think I am. It may seem negative, but it's more pragmatic to realize like there are some good persons, pockets, but collectively as a people, no. And that's the sad part. That's why I like the pie in the sky, rose-colored glasses, like everything is awesome thing is not going to work with a whole group of people, especially when there are people who literally like, why do you get to come here? Like, you're coming here to take my job. A job that you don't even want to do. What the fuck
job
are you
were in no
about?
danger of doing.
You weren't going to do it. I'm sorry. Did you want to do what they're doing? Do you want to do surgery? Oh, I don't like blood. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Imagine being a doctor in your country, but gotta come here and drive a cab because we don't recognize your degree. We would if you lived in the UK and had an MBBS. Never mind. Shut up, Stephanie. Okay. All right, we gotta go.
That's why you gotta come back to the United States. When you come to the United States, you gotta get re-educated all over again.
But yes, y'all just want to, I'm like, girl, get out of here. Okay. Let's have some fun and play. Am I the asshole?
Because I am.
Am I the asshole from you're so stupid. I don't think you would do this though.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for making my wife choose between me and her best friend? That's my best friend. Sorry. I won't sing the song by the girl that goes in the room and shows her feet. I'm not doing that today. I'm gonna do it. Okay, a male that's 36 and preparing for my upcoming surgery at the end of May. I have respiratory condition that I have been suffering from, and my wife has been very supportive and accommodating, we can't spell, of all my needs. She has endured so much by shouldering this burden with me, and I can never describe how much supportive she's been with everything that has been going on with me. The problem is that her best friend's wedding is at the end of May, specifically on the 27th, and my surgery takes place the exact same date. Now, 27th was not the original date of her friend's wedding. It was supposed to be on May 18th, but got changed. Her friend informed us about it on short notice, and my wife wanted to go, but it's an 8-hour trip since the wedding will be held in the groom's hometown. My wife and I discussed this, and I bluntly told her I needed her there for my surgery. She told me that's her best friend and this will hopefully be her only wedding and she wanted to attend. She asked if I could get a friend as my support, but I just didn't think this was right. I was even puzzled that she asked me to get a substitute while she goes to her friend's wedding. I asked if her friend's wedding was more important than my health. Oh dear God. She argued that there was nothing wrong. She argued that there was nothing wrong with it and I won't need her since the medical team will take care of me. Then she said that by refusing, I was making her choose between me and her best friend. We went back and forth on this argument and she insisted she wants to attend her friend's wedding. I told her she was being unreasonable and I never expected her to prioritize a wedding over my health. She loudly yelled, "What do you want me to do? I might lose my friend over this," then stopped talking to me. I think I handled this badly and acted in ungrateful manner, but I think she's the one who doesn't understand the difference since my surgery is an emergency. And if her best friend is a good friend, then she'd understand, right? So am I wrong for what I said?
So
I love a nuanced one. Go on.
I feel okay. I feel the girlfriend. Like, okay. In a sense, she could very well lose her girlfriend over this.
So
now,
Keep going.
For the other side of it, she's not the one for him. That's not your boo. That's not the one for you. And it's like, recognize that now.
So I am sitting here and I'm just like, so you keep preparing for an upcoming surgery at the end of May. This is from, I will say this is from May 12th.
Okay.
So this is like 2
weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks ago. Now I'm pulling it up on Reddit for a reason. I wanted to see, because apparently homeboy is answering the comments. So apparently he is having lungs. This is from 13 days though, so literally 2 weeks before.
Okay, so I'm following along with you. It's more up to it. Okay, it's more. Okay, good.
Lung surgery. My condition has been affecting my overall health and preventing me from living normal like everybody else. I've been on medication, but the symptoms are becoming increasingly difficult to manage. So it's very interesting when you say emergent and it's 3 weeks from now. A lung surgery, meaning it's affecting your breath.
But he started with saying that she has been supportive and accommodating of all my needs. She has endured so much by shouldering this burden with me, and I can never describe how much supportive she's been with everything that has been going on with me. So I'm gonna let you finish. I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna let you finish.
You're so stupid. The thing about it is like when you think about neurological surgeries, it really does depend on how a doctor phrases it. So I'm not gonna. I love this nuance. Now I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? It could be emergent because for sometimes it's like when we think emergency is like heart attack and someone having like open heart surgery. It's like it could be after a heart attack and it's like in a couple of days. So it's like it could be considered emergent because there are some surgeries that get postponed and scheduled out for months ahead. There's something really weird about someone who literally started off with, she gives me everything, and now she told me no, and it's like, oh my God, I could, like, how dare you tell me no, when it's seemingly you're saying she always tells you yes.
Okay, so
saying, I'm sitting here like, I could literally go either way. I have never felt this way about any am I the asshole. I'm sitting here like, so because I work at a...
So on the one hand, let's back it up. I think I understand the wife as far as it's a pandemic. I've been in here with you, taking care of you. And this was the one time I was supposed to leave the house.
Right.
And I think there's definitely a hint of that with it. Also too, she probably has not seen her friend in a long time because of the pandemic. Maybe not. We don't know. I feel like I think they're both worn out with each other. I think the wife is tired and needs a break, and I think he needs to stop being so goddamn demanding. But at the same time, and I only say that because being a caregiver to men is not easy. Because you get one or two. Either they don't listen to nothing, or Jesus just isn't good enough. It's one or two with them. It's one or two. Either you just sit there like, you need to sit down. I'm gonna do what I want because I'm a man. Or can you please inhale? And like, oh,
yeah.
So I think the husband also too, and I hate to say it, but he may be annoying and aggravating. He might be. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm not married too. Because like I totally would have ended up in divorce court. Like that's just me. I mean, on the one hand, well, I don't know. See, I'm thinking about my mama. My daddy would not be having no type of surgery and she won't dare. She would absolutely tell him hoes later. But that was my mama, you know, she didn't give a shit about nobody but her husband. But that was, you know, that was her thing. I think with these two, it's just one of those situations. If he can't call someone to sit with him when he wakes up, like maybe a sister or a mother or somebody, he can wait the 24 hours for her to finish with the wedding and come back and sit with him afterward. But I think wifey needs to break. I think she needs a break. Like, and also too, you know, we only have his side of the story. It sounds like she really needs a break. That's what it sounds like. So, and that's the thing too, because not everyone is cut out to be a caregiver, and she, you know, might be hitting her point where she's like, "This is not what I signed up for," even though she did say in sickness and in health. But I mean, like, if she won't watch somebody else make the same vow, maybe she's running to her friend's wedding to tell her don't do that shit. I don't know.
So I really am wrestling with this, and not because I don't want to give anybody the title, because it's like the thing about it is like nobody wins when the family feuds. You're not saying what kind of person this is, and the fact that apparently the best friend had moved the date and she had to do so at the last minute is the other issue.
Right.
So it's not like she been knew about this date. It got pushed. It was apparently supposed to be on the 18th.
Right.
And her friend informed us about it on short notice. And I'm pretty sure it's because she found out on short notice, because that's what people are starting to notice, that a lot of people keep moving weddings and events, and they have to move to different venues. And sometimes venues get double booked and they have to let you know, hey, hi, we have to move your venue. We have to move your thing, and we have to move it to a different date. Or people lose loved ones. It's a lot going on. And so I think the fact that he's like, well, I don't have to be flexible because I am the one getting surgery is super, super odd to me. As someone who has I literally had to get my gallbladder removed. The thing about it is that I told, because I think my mother came with me, I told my mother when the date was. If for some reason she couldn't come to the date, I wouldn't not call back and say, can I choose a different day? Because what it was just like, because what if she said, oh, Stephanie, I can't be, mind you, it wouldn't be like work. If she literally could not be there, literally, she would have took the day off. So that's not even it. Like if she had to like change her whole schedule around, she would. But on the off chance that she couldn't, I would have looked for a different day. So he is saying it like this is emergent for him and she should just change. And it's like, but she literally has been at your beck and call, which seems like a very long time, with whatever issue you're having, a respiratory condition. Mind you, I had gallstones, and at this point they don't even tell you to pass gallstones. They literally like just take the sucker right on out. And they're like, call here and make the appointment. And to a certain extent, that was not elective surgery. That technically fell under emergent, Because they're like, this could happen again, and y'all don't want the pain of a gallstone.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah. So that was technically considered emergent. That wasn't an elective. It's not like, oh, you don't have to do this. No, I would suggest you do this because the gallstones are not going to get, you could get gallstones.
They're coming back.
So it's like,
what emergent condition is developing in his lungs?
Right. That you have been dealing with this for months and you finally got a date. I could see if it was like you finally got a date, because, you know, for neurosurgeries, they do those months in advance. Unless they're literally, it's like you had a stroke and then they have to do something. But other than that, like if you're like someone that has like been battling with certain kind of pain, they schedule those months ahead. So I have to say you are the asshole, sir. Because it's not that you're not to prioritize your health, but literally talking to the person who's been at your beck and call by your side for months. The minute she said no, and it's like, you got to reconsider your whole marriage.
Exactly.
You don't know the stuff. She's been giving you everything. You don't know what other stuff she just canceled because of you. This is different. This is her best friend. This is different. This is
her line in the sand.
Correct. And it shouldn't. I'm like, why is this a lot? This is not, oh my God. I want to go to this birthday party. This is her best friend's wedding, a day that literally is not going to come around again. And literally all she's doing is this. And I have a feeling from what it sounds like, homegirl was going to go up, it's 8 hours away, fly up and fly right the fuck on back. Sir, if you are having a lung surgery, you are going to be, this is not, unless you're saying it's same day surgery, which I highly doubt it is. If you're talking about a lung surgery, it's like, I'm not going to go through the list of looking for same day lung surgeries. However, literally saying, oh my God, why would you pass me off to somebody else? Somebody else that cares for you? And apparently he is dodging people's questions like, what kind of surgery is it? Why do y'all need to know that? Why are you not telling people? You're coming here to anonymously complain about your wife, but you don't want to tell people. Because one, the thing about it is, if I had a husband and I had to have surgery and my husband had to go do something, like his best friend was getting married, I'm sorry, I would have just called my mama. Like, I don't understand your issue. I would call my fucking brother. I was like, are you kidding me?
I mean, honestly, as the wife, I probably would have called his mom, like, can you sit with him?
Thank you. That's the thing. She made the suggestion and she was like, how? It was like
that was not what he wanted to hear. It's not what he wanted. He wanted her to be there.
He wanted her to be there.
And that's why I was saying, like, this is her line in the sand.
Right. It's kind of like, what if she really has something else to do? She can't always be there. And that's just weird.
So
I'm just sitting here like, are y'all being...
So let me rephrase this. It seems like, and you can help me if I feel like men really believe, like they get a certain age, they really believe, they're entitled and believe they are going to get a woman who's going to do X, Y, Z.
It's the entitlement for me.
But at the same time, are socialized to not want any of that shit. I'm
or
tired.
Not provide any of that shit. It's like,
exactly.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I would have called my mama so quick and she'd have been there. It's like, okay. But also, even if he was there, my mama would still be there. It's like, you don't have any family. It's like she said friend, which also is like, that's a red flag that you're not even talking about his family. What mother or father is not coming when their child is having emergent lung? You know what? Now I'm getting mad. You're the asshole, sir, because you're making me mad.
I think it's more to their relationship and it's just more to the story. Right. I'm still hesitant. I'm going to reserve judgment and say that no one is the asshole in this situation until we know more about why the wife feels the way that she Good.
I know that. Well, you know what? I hope she go to the damn wedding. Fuck him. I'm sorry. See, now I'm getting mad. Okay, y'all. That was a nuanced one. I was just sitting here like, I gotta think about this. Like, what the fuck? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just my mama. My mama wouldn't. Doesn't matter if I have a husband. She'd have been there. I have a daddy. Does it matter if I have a husband? Yeah, he'd be there too. It's like you're a big. Okay, all right. Let's go low key because no, sir. Yes, you're the asshole. Okay. So for everybody who is watching and enjoying Black Lady Sketch Show season 2, it is renewed for a 3rd season. Very excited. It's very interesting because I literally keep forgetting it comes on at Friday night. And I'm like, what the?
You gotta watch it either. I noticed lately I've been up on the late night on Friday and I'll watch it, or I'll watch it on Saturday. But I
love my DVR because it reminds me. And it's like every week I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't watch it live.
It is really, this season
so good.
Is actually really good. It's better than the first. The first season was funny. The first season, honestly, was good, and it was just like, wow, they're doing Black lady shit. This season, they hit their stride, and they just nailed it.
They did. I like it. I really do. I was like, I like it. I like that they changed the song. I'm like, I hope y'all do a Black female rapper every season, because when they first started with Meg, I was like, okay, and I'm like, okay.
So and I think this one is Chameleon.
I think so. Chameleon. Yeah, I gotta look. Oh God, why am I so bad at knowing things? Because I was like, this song sounds familiar, but y'all know I don't do the hippity hops. So I'm like, the bad part about I only knew it was Meg because I knew her voice.
Yeah.
So it's like, Sketch Show season 2 thing. Okay, hold on. It's gonna tell me. Oh my God, really? Why can't you tell me what it is? Why do I have to figure it out? I sound so stupid. I'm so silly.
Girl,
that's
how I be feeling sometimes. Hawaii,
girl. It's like, why do I have to figure out what the theme song is? God, hold on. I really am doing this because now I'm literally involved. Okay, so while I'm looking this up, can I just say them saying a season 3 means that Quinta B might be back because of she had like a scheduling conflict, so that's why she's not on this season. So there's that, but I was just like, dang it. But also I kind of like that Robert Townsend's daughter is on here. Financed by Chameleon. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I follow her on IG. She is hilarious. Yeah, she's hilarious. And I like that. Just twerk for me. And darling, twerk.
Hey.
For me.
Hey.
I love that song.
Oh my God. We are fools. But yeah, season 3, we're getting it. I'm very excited because I really love the show. I love how black it is. I like how so Black woman it is. I really do. I really, truly do. And anyway, we can include Omarion in a sketch and make that shit funny. And a sketch where y'all making fun of the fact that Black women get excited to see other Black women in corporate spaces. I'm like, y'all have no idea how good that makes me feel. Like, y'all have no idea what it's like to be a Black woman in corporate. You're like, oh my God, I see Black people. Hey, girl. You see Black women. Hey, girl. Rocking her natural hair. Hey, girl. Yeah, that's me. That's me all day.
Oh, but you know what? I realized I was the one. I'm the friend who I was just hyping everybody up too much. Remember that skit where they were just like, girl, like you
girl,
hype me up.
It's like, all right.
Like, yes, come through, curls. Like, honey, my curls
like,
horrible.
What are you doing? It's like,
that was me.
What y'all saying? Like, what you doing? Where you at? Where we going? See, yeah, that'll be me. I am that person. Okay, what person I am not is the newest baby mama for Nick Cannon. So allegedly, Nick Cannon is literally Future with a turby twist is going to be a father. Future with turban.
They say he is Future with a turban, and I agree. Hashtag.
I'm like, I gotta say turby twist because I'm like, I don't know if turban is offensive. I don't want to be offensive. Turby twist is not. So
though. When we say turban, we talk about like your grandmother turban.
Oh, you know what? The Florida Evans turban. Okay. Okay, Florida. All right, Flojo. He is going to be allegedly. He's going to be a father for the 7th time, and this time the beautiful lady is a wilding out model by the name of Alyssa Scott. She has announced that she was expecting, and apparently she implied that Nick Cannon is the father. So the caption said Zen as Cannon, and of course everybody knows Nick Cannon's last name is Cannon. So she didn't necessarily say no, but apparently Abby De La Rosa is having twin boys. She confirmed in April. So, sidebar. I was in a clubhouse room where people were talking about a baby or a threesome will not keep you, and there was a conversation about how women need to pick better because men are upfront and you can't make him be a good parent. So while I hear you, madame, what I will say is y'all are under this impression that niggas is honest. We're under this and we're using the honor system in dating when niggas really just put their dicks. They want to get their dicks wet. I literally need to understand if that's what you're saying, that men are honest. Which men? Because one, it's really wild to me when you have men honest. They don't want no kids. They don't want no babies. Is there a reason why you're not putting no condoms on? I don't like them. Then apparently you do want children. I'm very confused. I mean, I don't. Are you going to get a vasectomy? Is that what you're saying? Because if you're like saying, oh, because I got a vasectomy, I'm like, oh, okay, then you don't want a baby. But also, so there are these things called STDs, and so you can't be just y'all can't be fucking raw with those out there either.
Let me tell you something. Folks. You think that shit's stopping these niggas? Girl.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, well, let's leave the babies out. Let's talk about the STIs. We talk about those. We're not like we graduated from D to I. So it's STIs now, folks. It's like are we talking about it? Because I feel like we not, no. Okay. All right. Sorry. So happy, congrats. Allegedly. I'm gonna keep saying allegedly because I don't think he has confirmed anything. So I'm saying alleged. I'm just gonna keep saying alleged because it sounds funny when I say it. Because that's literally the 4th baby in 6 months.
Wow.
And I'm like, nope, I was going to say something and I've decided to keep it against because you know what that is? Growth. Okay. I am not saying a daggone thing. Okay. Remember when Nick Cannon was just trying to buy Nickelodeon because it made sense because his name is Nick. Yeah, so guess we're not doing it anymore. So very random, funny thought that just randomly came to me. So today on Nick Cannon's story, he did hashtag Nick Cannon Radio. New music. Moneybag Yo. And at Future. Bye, girl. Good night. You know what? Can't do it. You know what? It's been and Future. Apparently Moneybag Yo and Future got a song and Nick Cannon's like, oh, look, new music. Oh, what do y'all all have in You know what? Okay. What y'all got in common? I don't like keeping your dicks out of people. And when it's in people, you don't want to protect it from shooting up. You like shooting up the club. How about you shoot up this latex? How about you?
So, I think this is where we're going. Niggas want to have a bevy of women that they can run from house to house and fuck. And this is just like the thing. for them to do. Also, too, Nick Cannon raggedy for this because he got an autoimmune disease, so he's got bad sperm off top. And I'm mad. Sorry if that was ableist. If that was ableist, I apologize. But I just don't feel like he's got good sperm.
Apparently he does, because this is the fourth baby in six months. So apparently
I didn't say he had. No, I didn't say he had dead sperm. I just said he don't got good sperm.
I don't know if he doesn't have good sperm.
I don't think he's got good sperm, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Because I'm not having any more kids, so I can go there, but I'm not gonna do that because. But no, I don't think he got good sperm. No. I don't think he got good sperm. I'm gonna say it.
Well, he got because it's Hotepi sperm. So that's
I mean, and you know who else don't got good sperm?
Who?
T.I. He don't got good sperm. I'm saying it now. You know who got good sperm? Russell Wilson. He got good sperm. Girl. That's some good sperm.
Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. He got good sperm, and he looked like he a freaky freak. I love freaky horny husband Wilson. I love freaky horny husband. His voice went down 5 octaves since he been married to Sierra. And he always you better turn that camera off because I'm about to give you the dickening of your life. It's like, the fuck is going on here? It's like,
I stand a nigga who loves to fuck his woman. And let me tell you something. And that's the thing. I need enthusiastic dick. Like
I need enthusiastic. Like this is the dick I always want to be inside you. Stop talking. Say less. Get more dick. That's how this is going to go.
I need enthusiastic dick.
Enthusiastic.
I could walk across the room, but that motherfucker said, "You trying to get this dick?" That's it.
Right. Just breathe in his direction. Okay, dick time, dick o'clock. All right, let's go. Get on upstairs. Nanny, stay down here. We go upstairs. Yeah. Nanny, stay down here. You're fools. Oh my God.
I tell you, but no, he can make all the babies he want. I don't gotta take care of not a baby. And I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. Good luck to him. Good luck. That's too goddamn much. That nigga don't live on no farm. You don't need that many motherfucking kids. I don't give a fuck who you
are. It was just like, sir.
If you don't live on a farm, why you got that many goddamn kids?
And you know, Mariah's sitting around going like, I have these 2 beautiful babies that I wanted. Also, I successfully sued someone for wasting my time.
Listen,
Mariah is an icon, a legend. I stand. I said,
and got to keep her engagement ring.
Ain't got to keep her engagement ring. It's like, and I'm gonna sue you for wasting my time. It's like,
like it costs this much. Mariah Carey makes at least $200,000 an hour. So yeah.
Hello, I was like, imagine being Mariah Carey and still getting $10 million out of his ass. It's like, I love it. Okay, last story in low key. So there was a tweet floating around, fluttering around Twitter. So some, as you do, who probably has, white crusty hands, named Bert O'Carter, was at this is the thing, he doesn't tell anybody. He was at an airport. He snapped a picture of people so when you're at the airport, folks, they're still doing this. Essentially, you have to put your shoes on a conveyor belt. You have to put a lot of stuff. So literally trying to get all your shoes and socks off is just ridiculous. Also, depending on how long the flight is, you might fall asleep. And one thing you don't do after getting your hair freshly done, crochet braids, install a wig, you don't want one side being flat. So you wrap up said hair, okay? Because you're getting on the fucking plane, okay? He decided to use his dusty fingers to snap picture of women getting their stuff off the conveyor belt after they've gone through security at the airport. I have to add all this in because he literally left all that out.
As they're bending over to put their shoes back on and
getting their stuff out of the little plastic tins. I said, what the hell? Ladies, y'all gotta stop this shit. I'm fed up. exclamation point. These Bonnet, I'm reading exactly how it says too, because he deserves exactly. These Bonnet gotta go. A whole flock of I couldn't even get them all. Face palm emoji. Now, several
Mind
things.
your motherfucking business.
I really wish, and the person who tweeted this out, homegirl, went viral because she said, wish y'all would leave Black women alone. And I cannot stress this more. So I'm going to keep saying this. I really want y'all, and I need you to hear me when I say it. I need you to go to eternal hell. I need y'all to go to hell. I need y'all to mind your business. Why are you doing this? And I keep saying the reason that non-Black people love to do these ghetto stereotypes, quote unquote ghetto, they love to shit on Black women, is because Black men do it.
And I'm sick of it.
And y'all literally, a lot of our faves made a living, a cash cow, a nice little quaint, making fun of Black women. So who am I talking about, y'all might say? I would be talking about a Shanae, aka Jamie Foxx. I would be talking about a Martin, aka a Shanae. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Shanae's Martin.
I'm sorry. Well, I was thinking Wanda and said Shanae. So let me do this again.
That's why I'm here.
Wanda, aka Jamie Foxx. Shanae, Martin Lawrence. Literally 2 characters from the Clumps. Eddie Murphy, Tyler Perry, Medea. Oh, also Eddie Murphy. I don't know her name because I've never seen the movie. So from the movie Norbit. Ricky Smiley. Let me see. Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Let's see. Eddie Murphy. Not Kevin Hart, because well, he's too phobic. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, I could keep. Yeah. So y'all love to like put the stereotypes. Y'all make fun of Black women. You do this. Y'all take pictures of Black women. Like, see what y'all doing? Why y'all got y'all bonnets on? I'm getting on a fucking plane. Also,
bro, like, let me tell you something. My hair is not ready for debut, bitch. And it's none of your goddamn business what's underneath my bonnet. Fully fucking understand. I am baking goodness under this bitch, and it ain't for you. It ain't for you. And then we let y'all wear y'all do-rags in peace.
So can I get to that too? Because I'm ready. Sorry. So no, you're not. You're driving down the right street. So you know how restaurants have attire. They have requirements for attire. Clubs have requirement for attire. No baggy pants. No long t-shirts. No do-rags. No athletic caps. I'm sorry. Is that directed towards us? Is that directed towards y'all? And what happens? We get right behind y'all as to say that shit ain't right. But y'all think it's fine to shit on Black women. But it's like, oh, okay, so then the next time you get mad because somebody in a restaurant throw you out because you got on your Timbs, your baggy jeans, and your thug appeal.
Your
Don't look to us, your Jordans. Don't be like, oh no, that's not right. It shouldn't matter what I wear. Exactly, but yet y'all always in women business. Y'all always there. Like y'all should be dressing like this. Sir, take your do-rag off. Oh no, take your athletic cap off. Put the pants on your ass. Yeah, shut the hell up. Y'all can go to hell, okay? Yeah, my brain is like because I'm like, dang, I was thinking Wanda and said Shanae. I can't believe me. That's so
I was here, I caught it. I'm like, wait.
I'm like, thank you for saying. I was like, I didn't say Wanda. I thought Wanda. That's the show title. I thought Wanda.
I thought Wanda.
I'm sorry. Wait, you're doing amazing, friend. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
So, yeah, that basically is us saying, like, leave Black women alone. I implore you to literally mind the business that pays you.
Please, everything.
Like everything. Go, like, y'all need to go to hell. Like, are y'all serious? It's like, I'm sorry, you're not literally doing what you're supposed to do, which is getting your shit together so you can get on a fucking plane.
Wow.
You are literally like, why y'all wearing a bonnet in the airport while I'm getting on a plane?
I don't
just
like
got
it.
off a plane after sitting on a plane for God knows how many hours. Yeah. So mid-key, bye, you dusty bird ass. So
sorry.
I cannot believe we're still talking about COVID, but a father of 5 dies from COVID-19 after refusing to get the vaccine. This is from Lincoln Park, Michigan. This man, who seemed like a lovely man, he had 5 children, he was married, and he passed away from COVID complications. His wife said he never wanted his children to go through what he went through in life. He wanted his kids to have the best of everything. His wife, her nice name is pretty. Her name is Holly. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Antoine Rivers was a doting father of 5 who had it tough growing up in foster care, facing years of abuse and neglect. His wife Holly says he overcame his obstacles, becoming a success in school and in his career, earning the position of manager at Precision Vehicle Logistics in Wayne. He went to work every day, even on the weekends. On vacation, he worked, which is why everyone was shocked when he called in sick in April. That was when Antoine and Holly learned they tested positive for COVID-19. I know.
Wow.
Right. I know that it was like a week into us having COVID, he started feeling worse and I started feeling better. The 39-year-old, who had no underlying conditions, felt so sick, Holly rushed him to the hospital. That would be the last conversation she would have with the love of her life. Doctors eventually put Antoine on a ventilator, but Holly said every organ in her husband's body, except his liver, began to shut down. On May 13th, Antoine lost his month-long battle to COVID. Hard, but it is even harder for our children, Holly said. Our oldest, she is 13, and she is sadder for the younger 2 because they are 3 and 1, and she's sadder that they won't have the memories that other children will have. Holly said both took COVID seriously, wearing a mask and social distancing, but didn't feel comfortable getting the vaccine. It is a decision Holly now regrets. It was funny because 2 weeks prior to this happening, we were talking about it more, saying maybe we should get vaccinated, and now it's like a big loss for everybody. They asked, if you could do it over again, would you have gotten vaccinated? Yes, no question. And now Holly is encouraging others to do the same. She never imagined she would be raising her young family alone. Most of all, it feels like a dream and hasn't hit me yet. On Saturday, family and friends will say goodbye to Antoine, but their journey is far from over. So this is just hard.
That's sad.
It really did seem like he was just a good guy, and he's like, yeah. And he wanted things different, because that's the thing. A lot of people don't talk about when your parents. A lot of parents say the same thing. I want things better for my children than they were for me. No one says I don't want worse for my child than I.
Some parents do, but we gonna get into that later. That's like some parents will say, "Yeah, I struggle, so you can struggle, and ain't nobody do nothing for me." So yeah.
Some of the better parents are like, I want to do these things so my children don't have to go through this.
Right? Don't nobody want their kids to get it out the mud, pick it out the garden, man.
Yeah. So I'm sharing this story not because I'm not trying to guilt anybody getting the vaccine. I'm someone who's vaccinated. Cook, are you vaccinated as well?
I ain't telling nobody though.
Oh, okay. I can cut. No, I'm not cut this out.
No, okay. Look. But no, so I just started going out, and I'm gonna go back in. Sorry.
See, that's the thing. It's like I have no yeah, I'll figure this out. But the thing about it is when we talk about vaccinations and we talk about Black people and we talk about the medical field, that is literally its own animal, because there's a lot of reasons why Black people are distrustful of the medical field. Mm-hmm. And just saying, just do it is really not going to help when you don't want to diagnose the problem. Why do you think that? I mean, this is how you can get misinformation, because of people saying, and the Tuskegee experiment, it's like, so that's the Tuskegee experiment has nothing to do with vaccinations. So stop that. However, the Tuskegee experiment is still really bad. It's like, that's the thing. We still have a Henrietta Lacks. We still have a lot of instances of our family members either being treated poorly in the hospital or not treated at all. So it's like, there's a reason.
So I understand why people are hesitant about the vaccine. No problem whatsoever. I need everybody to be careful.
Right. So the thing about it is like, I can see if they weren't getting vaccinated and being reckless, because that was the other thing. That's why I wanted to read the story, because they weren't being reckless. They just were like, I don't know if I want to get vaccinated. So the thing about it is, it's like, here's a story of a good person, seemingly a good person, a good father, a good husband, a good provider, someone who was not being reckless, and this still happened. Because one, they're saying he didn't have any underlying issues, because that's the other thing. Oh, if you have an underlying issue, it'll be an issue for you. And it's like, not necessarily. Because if this man seemingly was a picture of health, that is how pervasive COVID is. There have been a lot of very seemingly healthy people succumbing to COVID. So it's like,
the other part are the side effects that aren't very widely publicized.
Correct.
Like swollen tongue syndrome, COVID toes, where the skin on your toes fall off.
Right. Or constant pain. See, I've never heard of the COVID toes. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, deliver my food. Deliver me happy hour. I'm not going out. I'm like, no, because people are like, I'm vaccinated. I ain't got to wear no mask. That's not what the fuck this means. Are you kidding me? No. Please leave me alone.
And that would be my luck that I don't die, but my tongue swells and.
Right. And the thing about it is, I don't want anybody like this. I don't. It's just, y'all, it is like, you kind of go, I understand why there's a issue, or like a hesitance. Let me say that. Apprehension, hesitance. I think that's too, where we're saying, I can understand that. Baby, you still got to do it. There's a lot of people who do not like getting a flu shot every year, but they have to because it is required. And so when you hear people talk about vaccinations, like, we ain't had to do this when we were kids, you do realize you had to get all of your shots before you could come to school.
Right.
Like, oh, shots? I'm like, yeah, shots, immunizations, vaccine. Yeah, that's the same thing. Please stop doing this.
Oh, God.
It was like, no, this is not different. You literally had to get shots. And also, for fun, if the shots didn't take, you would have to get new ones. And yeah, you don't want chicken pox as an adult. That is called shingles, and my God, nobody wants that.
Gross.
It is painful.
It
is like painful. I used to be a nursing assistant. I have stories. I can't share them here. Hello, can't do it. So definitely love to that family. I know it's kind of like, because one, they weren't being reckless. So it's like, that's the thing. This pandemic does not care if you're being reckless or not. You're like, I'm doing everything right. Yeah, but it's not even just about you not being reckless. The people you're out with being reckless. You can be around people. It's like, there's a lot of people. Excuse me. People found out in this pandemic, people didn't wash their hands if they went to the bathroom. They don't wash their legs. I'm like, I'm sorry. Why are we having an issue with putting soap on our hands? Like, what's the big deal? You do realize people found out that's how you don't spread diseases, because of hand wash. Does Google not work in your world? Like, what is going on?
I don't understand.
I was like, I don't understand. It's like, what is going on?
I just know that I've been inside. Mm-hmm. I'm going to continue to stay inside. If I do travel outside, it's going to be for a limited time. Mm-hmm. But I will say that the racism feels a little thick outside.
Doesn't it though?
It feels a little thick outside because I went to brunch and
really? Oh no.
I think white people forgot that Black people existed.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, what are these darkies doing out here? The fuck do you mean? But yeah, but let y'all tell it. Y'all.
And they're the ones outside with no masks on, for real.
Child. Like, I don't even understand, dog. I don't even understand. But yeah, but definitely love to that family. I put this in mid-key, and shout out to Kendrick from Housewives and me and you, Housewives and Marvel too, because he said, I seen this, and he said, is it low-key or is it mid-key? Oh, it's definitely mid-key. So the Billboard Awards happened over the weekend, you guys.
Oh yes.
So we had it. It was aired. The sexy Jonas hosted.
The sexy Jonas brother.
The sexy Jonas. His name is Sexy Jonas. What's his name? Sexy. I don't know. Not the one that's married to the Game of Thrones lady. Yeah, so Sexy Jonas hosted. And Kanye West won 2 out of 3 Billboard Awards for gospel. He won 2 out of 3 Billboard Awards for gospel.
Not the God I serve. Well, go ahead.
He so here's the thing. Apparently, and I missed this because it's probably because I have muted him on Twitter.
I think I unfollowed him.
I have blocked his ass on Twitter, but I feel like if I had to mute him because I blocked his account, but I think I had to mute his ass as well. So apparently he was 2020's top gospel artist. 20
Blasphemy.
What the entire hell is going? That's it. Is he the Antichrist? I need to understand. So he was top gospel artist. And this is who he was in the category with. I'm going to say this so slowly because I want to fight. Kirk Franklin, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, Maverick City Music, and Corinne Hawthorne. And this went to Kanye West.
I know Kirk Franklin was backstage cussing.
You know he was.
Like, what the absolute fuck?
So he won for top gospel artist. He was nominated also for top. I'm sorry, no, he wasn't. He wasn't nominated for top gospel album. Sorry. So in Billboard they have top artist, top album, top song. He was not nominated for top gospel album, but he won top gospel song for "Wash Us in the Blood" featuring Travis Scott. In this category, Corinne Hawthorne, Speak to Me, Marvin Sapp, Thank You for It All, Ty Tribbett, We Gonna Be All Right, Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music, Moving On. I want to fight.
Girl, everybody
fight. This is why this is like, I have other stuff for high key. That's why it's not high key. It's mid key for a lot of things. As somebody, we are old enough to remember when folks told Kirk Franklin he was too secular and that he wasn't real, quote unquote, gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And to watch so many people be so receptive and accept a Kanye West into gospel, flocking to see him so y'all can eat half a piece of toast and a dry egg at a brunch, quote unquote. Y'all better go to the secular brunches because ain't no Jesus in that.
Jesus.
Y'all actually saying it's okay because the choir is amazing. Please let me know any recording choir that is not. I will wait. You will never find one of a recording choir. The fact that it's like, I cannot even imagine. It's like you are literally flocking to see someone who don't give a shit about Black people, who had manic episodes, but because he made Jesus walk, it's like, oh, okay, it's fine. Because he made graduation, oh, it's fine. Because he made late registration, which, by the way, is my favorite Kanye West album. It's fine because he got the beats. He made the beats. He made the beats for everybody. If you look at it, oh my God, look, he made the music. I don't give a fucking shit about anybody who don't give a fuck about Black people. And that's on period. And the fact that y'all gave him a gospel Billboard award, and it's like, y'all, it's a Billboard award. That's not the point. Why are you awarding anything from this man? I don't want to hear about the artists I don't want to hear about the musicians, the musicianship surrounding him. We are not talking about that because those immaculate musicians and those immaculate voices could be immaculately working somewhere else. Yeah, I fucking said it. Are they top tier? Pretty sure they are. That has nothing to do with it.
Not a thing, not a motherfucking thing.
I am disgusted. I am Erica. I am disgusted. And I'm just like, it's like, oh, this is a big deal. No, the fuck it's not. Especially, I mean, this went on for years with Kirk Franklin. He too secular. How you bringing rap in here? Then all of a sudden you had gospel rap and that was super weird. I'm like, but y'all told Kirk Franklin okay. All right, just, I know, fuck me, right? Fuck me. I'm just tired. I'm just like, he was quote unquote too radical. He brought over secular beats. He brought secular sound. He brought rappers. I mean, they were mad. It was Salt and Pepper of all people. And they were still like, what the fuck is she doing here? So this is a gospel song, y'all. Stop the cussing. Stop the cussing, okay? This is the gospel song. But yeah, it was very much like, what is she doing here? It's like, yeah. So to watch literally a man who y'all are claiming he's so Christian. How do you know that? Show me his works. I'll wait. And I know I sound very judgmental. I am judgmental about this. I don't think he's this
is not very ultralight beam of Billboard.
It is not. It is like, this is gross. It's gross in a way that I can't even describe.
Disgusting. Which one of you took a shite and left it in the toilet? Disgusting.
Oh Lord, I just and
me and Nina reenact that
and
clip every now and then.
Oh my God, so
disgusting.
Yeah. Oh God.
So if you take a shite, flush in the fucking toilet.
I still remember as a RA, I had to break up a fight between two of my residents because one of them literally kept not flushing the toilet. That nigga was going to beat that other boy's ass.
Oh my
this
Lord.
nice, sweet little, like it was two black boys. Like, child, homeboy kept not flushing the toilet. He was going to kick his ass.
And
I
that
said,
is
oh,
what I be trying to get into Nina now. Like, girl, you got to get in the habit of taking your dishes out your room and cleaning up behind yourself and developing good bathroom habits, because you don't want to be the dirty kid in the dorm.
Nobody wants to be the nasty kid. Everybody
You
know
don't
who
want
it
to be the
is.
nasty
Because I
kid.
mean, you don't understand. This didn't just happen in their thing, in their suite. They were yelling in the middle of the damn floor, so everybody knew that about him. And I'm like,
you the one who
God
took that shit.
damn.
Ain't even gonna front.
Lord.
Like, it happens, but boo, you have to flush. Courtesy flush.
Girl, and it's like, if like, I don't know if I did it, just flush it anyway. God damn it, just do it. Okay, just do it. Just flush it anyway.
Just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be at work not caring though, because fuck them people. When I did go into the office, like,
no
courtesy flush at work.
Up.
I'm not that bad.
You're so stupid, girl. Bye. Okay, y'all. We are rounding the bend. This is high key. This is the only thing in high key. Y'all know good and hell well what the fuck we talking about. Now, I feel like I need to have a you know what? No, I'll decide this. So if y'all have not been on the internet at all for some reason, because sometimes people are like, I need to take a break. So I do not watch the shooty hoops. I only know about people who play the shooty hoops if they are y'all see, that's the thing between Cook and Span and Jay and Ricky. They all laugh at me because I'm like, the shooty hoops. They're like, yeah. So now it's like, I'm like, who's that? Oh, you know, Ricky does it all the time. He'll be like, yeah, it's, you know, he plays the shooty hoops. I'm like, oh, okay, he plays the shooty hoops.
You're like, okay, so I don't do the shooty hoops and I don't do the hippie hop, but it's just,
I am fully invested into that part of my auntiness where I'm like, look, I say the in front of place. I am going to the Walmart. They're like, why are you saying the? I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I'm leaning all the way in, folks. All the way in.
Oh, that is auntie behavior.
I love it.
I had to really go over this with her. But it was like, funny.
Who the fuck is this? I was like, I don't know who this is. So if y'all have not been, they've been under a rock for some odd reason. So Kwame Brown, he does not play the shooty hoops anymore. Apparently he hasn't played for about 12 years, which, I mean, I think he had a 12-year career. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, something like that, a 10-year career. But
he had like a 12-year career. He is like, I believe he's 39.
That's not bad.
Which I'm like, no, that's good.
He's a good piece of chocolate, though. He's a good piece of chocolate.
He is. It's like he looks like he drinks water at least 3 times a day. It looks like, you know, he doesn't get all the 64 ounces, but it seems like he does get a lot of the water because his skin looks impeccable. So maybe he does drink a lot. Maybe he does drink a lot of the water. So apparently he has had a YouTube channel for quite some time called Kwame Brown Bust on the YouTube. So I had no idea who this person was. The only thing I knew is that apparently those 2 dudes who do the podcast called All Up in the Smoke, All the Smoke, All Up in the Smoke.
What?
Yeah.
So, fuck that show, but go ahead.
Yeah, girl. The thing about it is, it's like I don't listen. Apparently, it's YouTube. I think it was supposed to be on Showtime, but it also is essentially it is a podcast. So yeah, so this started because they decided it's hosted by Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Okay, so this is how I know about people who do the shooty hoops. It's their proximity to pop culture and stuff that I watch. So I watch Basketball Wives. I watch a lot of reality shows. So some of their ladies or women, they act like ain't their ladies, but literally they shoot at their club like 4 times a week, are on the shows, and they're like, oh, I know who that is. So I knew who Matt Barnes was. At the time, I didn't know who Steven Jackson was, and then it's like I got the reminder because his ex also was on the Basketball Wives, and I went, oh, that's what she's talking about, because it wasn't like he was on the show. Matt Barnes, I think, maybe appeared once or twice at the most. Stephen Jackson did not. He was just talked about, and it was like, ugh. And then he, we have All Up in the Smoke. He's friends with George Floyd, and everybody found out what he was, who he was. Because honestly, him and George Floyd actually do look related, but I don't think they actually were related. But they look like they could literally cousins.
They were. I think they were close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of his foray into the activism situation.
Yeah, and it was just that I'm marching for George because he really did say shitty shit about Black Lives Matter as an organization, which was very that's very interesting. You said that after. Never mind. Shut up, Stephanie. Wow. Yeah, so he is 39. He just turned 39. He is a year younger than me. Hold on. Let me. This is going to help me decide. Gotta see something. Oh, he is a Pisces. Okay. All right.
Wow, I didn't even guess.
That is very I wouldn't guess Pisces.
Big earth energy.
Very earth. Not fire, because not a fire. So I didn't think he was like
he gave me Taurus energy. Yeah. I felt very Taurus-y from a lot of Taurus. A lot of bull. I wonder if he's got some Taurus placement.
I wonder if he has. If it's his rising on his moon. I think there's now a Venus, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because the Pisces part, wow. I'm interested. Interesting.
It's like I did not, because it said March. I'm like, wait a minute. Aries is towards the end of the month, so yeah.
Wait, he's the beginning of March.
Yep, he's March 10th. Hello, Wikipedia. Everything's on there.
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
So, yeah. So here's the thing: Kwame Brown was a very big deal, a very big get, because he was drafted to the Washington Wizards under the team president Michael Jordan.
Right. So enter this era, and this is why it all kind of came home for me. This is around the era where I pulled away from basketball and focused more of my attention into boxing.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Because
was it because of what happened with that, or is it just like just in general?
Honey, by the time Jordan got crossed up by Iverson, I was over it. I couldn't take it.
Allen Iverson, he has no closest to pop culture. I've just seen his face, and he's very fine.
Yeah, by the time that happened, I couldn't watch no more. I couldn't watch anymore. But I remember Jordan going to the Wizards, being a DMV resident. We were all excited, but he was on the way. He was older. He was on the way out, and it was not a good time. And it's interesting because at the time, like, I don't think I knew what happened. All I know is they were just like, man, they did Jordan dirty. Like, Jordan got, the shaft in DC. Like, so apparently, from what I'm understanding from people who were involved or there or in the league and stuff, when they're talking about the whole Kwame situation, Kwame was drafted, number one, because Jordan wanted to trade him for someone else on another team who would have been able to get him the shots he needed, the scoring, be able to go to the playoffs and stuff as he transitioned to Washington. But apparently the way Jordan's style for basketball did not sit well with Abe Pollin at the time. And he was the owner of the Wizards. And so he just kind of like let Jordan know, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, you can get the fuck on. And I remember, because this was around the time Jordan was even trying to talk to, and I always tell this story, this is when Jordan was trying to get his own league. Like, like, if we get $100 million a contract and this and that, we can pull our money and start our own league. And I mean, he did kind of talk that talk for like a second. A lot of people talk about him being a Republican and not saying anything about black crime and But I have my own theory about that. But I do remember him saying that. And it was around that time. That's my timeline for me, how I connect these dots. I remember that old.
Okay. So yeah, so that is very helpful. So apparently and like Cook said, he was drafted out of high school. So how this came about is that Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, they have their podcast and they always have athletes on. So they had on Gilbert Arenas, who spent 4 seasons with the Wizards with Kwame Brown. And during his time, I think Jeannie Buss was also there, which, okay. He called, during the interview, he called him a show pony, a man child. And saying, while rubbing in how he sees primacy on the Wizards in a final blow to Browns' confidence.
Wait, Gilbert Arenas sees?
Gilbert Arenas.
Oh,
so
boy.
He was laughing, Matt Barnes and of course Jackson were laughing, and I'm like, Steven Jackson, that is okay. So here's the deal about Kwame Brown. He has a whole fucking YouTube page, and so he made a video about what he saw in All in the Smoke, or did somebody sent him about All in the Smoke. He called, he has been calling Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair. He called Steven Jackson a fake gangster turned fake social justice warrior. He called Barnes a tragic mulatto. Lord Jesus. He called Arenas an Uncle Tom who perpetuated the bust narrative. So that's the thing. That's Kwame Brown's show. It's called Kwame Brown Bust. So they like, the thing about it is, because I don't watch basketball, I'm like, I don't understand.
So
go ahead. No, go ahead.
So here's my thing. I really, okay. Fun fact about me, I'm not a Gilbert Arenas fan. Not at all. And I don't understand why he was even on that show talking that much shit about somebody in the first place.
So that
because I was watching prime time when the Wizards finally made it to a playoff. We had Gilbert Arenas, all them other niggas. I think it might have been Larry Hughes. I forget. I could call the boy Larry. I don't remember. I just see him in the club all the goddamn time. That's what I remember. Every time I was in the club, they was in the club.
That is,
I'm
screaming right now. Every time you in the club, I'm in the club.
Washington sports team members were like Redskins. Didn't matter.
Oh,
they was in the club. They was in the club. LeVar Arrington used to love running the club. Let me tell you what. And so I remember they were playing against Cleveland, and this is LeBron's rookie year.
Oh.
Was it his rookie year or maybe his second year? Regardless, the playoffs, Wizards in Cleveland. Free throw line. Fourth quarter.
Oh, boy.
Minutes to go.
Oh, Lord.
Gilbert charges a foul. He's at the free throw line. LeBron walks up to Gilbert, taps him on his shoulder, whispers in his ear, and walks away. And that nigga choked. Both shots.
Gilbert Arenas did?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I watched it happen in prime time. And I was like, you know what? For that shit, ever since I saw that shit, that I never watched another Wizards game again.
Wow.
I gave up on the Wizards that night. I gave the fuck. I do not do Washington, D.C. I do not. I give the Ravens some. If I get a Deadskins anything.
No, we're not going to do the Washington racial slurs. We're not doing that.
And the Washington what the fucks are not going back to the Super Bowl till they figure out what they gonna call themselves. I said they're not going back to the Super Bowl.
See, this is why I don't know how we got down here. It's like, I'm sorry, y'all, but it's fuck Dan Snyder when he literally tried to actually, mind you, Dan Snyder is the one who tried to convince people that nobody had an issue with the name. So when he said, and let's revisit and let's like, his name is offensive, but Dan, you said nobody found this. We did a poll and nobody found this essential offenses. I don't know what y'all talking about.
You polled the people in the parking lot at FedEx?
You mean the people that came to the games? I'm like, so you're not
in the apparel?
who literally every damn football season came with their boycott, with their picket sign, with their signs. They used to go to meetings on Congress trying to get this shit changed. But you let Dan Snyder say it, nobody had a problem. Who is nobody? This is why I hate when people on Twitter be like, nobody is talking about this. What do you mean? No, like, sir, just say you are too lazy to Google shit and go. Stop acting like because you are not saying about this and or you're too lazy to look this shit up that nobody don't care.
Listen, all I'm saying is I have my reasons. Okay.
I think your reasons are valid if we're being completely honest.
Thank you. And and for me, with the whole Kwame Brown situation, I was like, go Kwame, go. Because so it's complicated.
Okay.
It is complicated, and we know it's complicated because you can't cave too hard for no nigga because you will end up looking stupid.
Oh no! Yep. Let's add on to the fact that how it imploded. Because one, it's not like everybody flocks to All Up in the Smoke. And let's add on the fact that
here's the thing.
From also, ESPN jumped into this shit too,
honey. When he went on Stephen A. Smith and called him a bald forehead motherfucker.
Oh, I'm getting to that.
I lost my shit, and it took me forever to pull it back together. Like I woke up on one because I went down the rabbit hole on Twitter, like in the middle of it all happening.
Yeah. So,
and it was funny because all these niggas he was cussing out are all the niggas I always wanted to see get cussed out. And you know the funny part? I always wanted to see Matt Barnes get cussed out from Basketball Wives. Because if it wasn't for Shawnee O'Neal, I wouldn't even know who Matt Barnes was. I couldn't go that deep on the bench with you.
I just told you, I don't know nobody from Shooty Hoops because
I didn't know that deep on the bench
with It was just like, I only know them because a lot of their exes or their currents were or are on basketball. That's the only reason why I know who these niggas are. So
if they ain't playing with Sean Kemp or motherfucking Jordan or motherfucking Ewing or motherfucking
I'm sorry. Let me add on. Reality.
I don't know. I don't know.
So yeah, it's like
if they ain't playing from like 1983 to 1998. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's not me because I don't watch it. I'm saying it's reality TV and also the movie Space Jam.
You know what? And that's funny. A lot more basketball niggas need to know that half people don't even know you from the sport. They know you from Space Jam. I'm just
saying. I'm like Muggsy Bogues. I'm from Baltimore, so there's that.
I liked him.
Yeah,
he's cute.
So, okay, so after this is so ridiculous. It's so funny, but it's like
okay. Let's focus. Focus.
Yes, focus, Cook. Focus. That's so funny. So of course they doubled down. So apparently on ESPN's The Jump, what the fuck is that? Matt Barnes is very surprised. I get where he's coming from. He kind of been the butt of jokes coming into the league and not being able to live up to that number one potential. If you want to be mad at anyone, be mad at MJ for picking you number one. Steven Jackson, the asshole that he typically is, your whole career was dirt. Your whole life is dirt, and it ain't my job to pour more. It ain't my job to pour more dirt on you. He said, wishing him nothing but success, nevertheless.
So I just find it funny that the way Kwame aired them niggas out, this is how they was responding. Because that nigga started singing.
Oh, he definitely did. So then all of a sudden, if you breathed anywhere near this, you were getting the smokes. Hence why he, as Cookies alluded to, he came after Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, and apparently challenged to mutual combat.
But you know what? The truth is, I'm glad somebody pulled that on Stephen A. Smith because that nigga's been ridiculous for a long time. And I'm sorry, but I'm glad I'm single. If I do not have to turn my channel to ESPN, because I'm like, how the fuck do these niggas watch this shit? Like this
all day long. It's like all. The thing about it is, can I just tell you that the only thing that this is back in the day, I'm aging myself. I could only, to a certain extent, it was Jamel and Michael, their show, and also Mike and Mike in the morning. Yeah, that was it. And literally, this is only during the football season, guys. I just want to let y'all know that.
And even then, I used to watch, what was that? Oh, wait. First and 10?
Also Stuart Scott. It's like, it's kind of like 6 o'clock with Stuart Scott. It's like, that's legendary.
No. What was the HBO NFL on HBO?
Yeah. The one, it comes, does it still come on Tuesday?
No, it doesn't come on anymore. They moved over to Showtime, but it used to come on HBO. I cannot remember. But no, deep dive. First and 10. It was like a football comedy show that used to come on.
Okay.
Way back in the day. I'm way too stoned. I'm going way too far back.
You really are. But can I just tell you, this is what he said. Kwame Brown wanted to challenge Stephen A. Smith. He told him, meet him in Seattle. The only city you can have hand-to-hand combat without signing a waiver. How do you know that?
That show.
How do you know that?
Because let me tell you something. This is the type of shit you need to know. It's what you need to know. And no,
I was like, wait a minute, how do you know that's the only city that you don't need a wait?
It's not. It's one of the cities. Because there are other cities. See, that's the thing.
I'm like, I'm not digging too much because I'm like, look, I don't want him coming after me, y'all.
Honey,
and that also leads to Jamel Hill, who, madam, I sometimes it's like, baby, sometimes keep it in the drafts, because what I saw what she tweeted and I just went, so it's not, it's somewhat innocuous. It's not, I was like, what the fuck did he say? I was like, what did she say to him? And it was like, she just
said, the thing is, she really could have kept that. She did not have to tweet that man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, girl, you could have kept this in the draft. Oh, just delete that shit after 45 seconds. Oh, let me delete this shit.
She just didn't have to say anything.
It's like, you ain't have to say nothing else. It's like, girl, this man is like, this man is talking about, thanks to Cook telling me that this man has bragged about making t-shirts out of toilet paper. I'm fascinated and don't want to know at the same time. It's a very odd place to be in. I'm like, I am intrigued, but I refuse to do it.
No, this is what we need to discuss. What we need to discuss is his wardrobe for these videos.
Because can we get through all the stuff before and then we talk about his wardrobe?
Do your best.
Because it has evolved.
Girl.
I mean, I'm telling you, the choices.
But there's so many side adventures about this. There's so many side adventures.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is just like,
there's so many side adventures. But go ahead, do what you. I forgot where I was at. This is the Mocha minute.
So so Jamel Hill tweeted something very innocuous, saying that he basically chose violence. He flipped the violence switch using a Game of Thrones reference with a man who said he makes shirts out of toilet paper is literally ill-advised. And I'm like, baby, you can delete this. And then she said, Mr. Brown, I'm making sure I ain't saying nothing. Please don't say anything about my mama. Or you could have just not tweeted anything. I'm like,
But you know why she said that though, right?
Why?
Because she told everybody her mama was a Trump voter.
Yeah, I don't know about that because I've already seen his stuff about Breonna Taylor, and
I know, right? But I don't know.
Like, I don't know. He might. That's the thing. He might. Yeah, you know what?
I don't know. No, the point is that. Okay.
Well, okay. Come on, baby. Okay. Come on back down off the ceiling. You are on the ceiling, my love. Get off the ceiling.
I was gonna say it, but I'm not.
No, we're not gonna say it. We're gonna not.
But it's like you said, keep it in the drafts.
Keep it in the drafts. That's all. It's like the thing about it is because I get the reference. That's why I'm saying it's innocuous. However, if I'm already if I'm already on 15 out of 10, literally, I'm like, I'm gonna just take that as disrespect and fuck you, bitch. It's like, see how that works? See how that works?
So here's the deal. I disagree with Kwame Brown on a number of his
several things.
A number.
Mm-hmm.
But exactly how he is handling this particular situation, chef's kiss.
So
what are you gonna do?
So we've added on the sports people, and then because literally he cannot keep his Fenty Beauty foundation ass out of this shit.
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah. What?
This is where the rubber meets the road. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Charlemagne decided to talk about this on the Breakfast Club. Now, here's the thing about niches and silos of entertainment. There are not a lot of people, if they're not like Shooty Hoops fans or athletic fans in general, you may watch all the smoke. You might listen to all the smoke. But if you're somebody who doesn't listen, like you're like, that's not my thing. I don't want to sit around and listen to athletes talk all day. I also don't watch ESPN. You probably would have missed all of this because that's what happened with Stephanie, because I don't. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Why is he frying everybody? So Charlemagne and his Fenty Beauty ass decided to hop in this.
First of all,
he is immaculate. Okay.
Does not wear Fenty. He looks like a fashion fair bitch, or
they even still make fashion fair.
Yeah, a Revlon bitch. I just don't feel like.
Okay, I don't want us to like. You know what? You're right. How dare I slander Fenty? We not slandering Revlon either. You know what? He is.
Almay. Mary Kay.
Yes, there we go. Mary Kay. So we'll slander her because no, it's full of water. That foundation. Anyway, so he. Sorry. Why are we doing this? So he decided.
I'm here.
He decided to thinking that he was quote unquote defending Kwame Brown. I don't know why y'all messing with him. Then he decided to read stuff that he fucking Googled about Kwame Brown's father, who apparently is right now serving life in prison for allegedly beating his girlfriend with an axe handle and burying her alive. Apparently this man is in jail right now, which, what the hell? And then Charlemagne also brought up how Kwame's brother, and I'm saying alleged, even though he is saying that this is what he found on the internet. Allegedly, Kwame's brother shot the mother of his child multiple times and tried to take his own life. And then, because he said, like, y'all should leave him alone, but then he read all the stuff about Kwame Brown's life. Stuff that apparently Kwame Brown didn't even know. So that was the other thing. So I think that's really what pissed him off. This was stuff that, some of the stuff he didn't even know.
Yeah, he said that when he was saying it, like, some of these siblings may have been older and didn't grow up in the house with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, or they had same mothers, different fathers, that type of situation. So yeah. So, and then he also was talking about how he has a son who's 16 years old.
Correct.
And his son is online, right? And
his son didn't know.
He's just hearing stuff
about his. Was it most importantly about the grandfather? Like he didn't know that about his grandfather. Because some of the stuff, like Kwame said, he didn't know, but then his son, who's 16, didn't know either. It's like, oh, good Lord. It's like, why?
Yeah, and it's like,
you but that's real, though. It was just like, why should he read on the internet about his family? Because your ass decided, I'm going to defend him, but bring it up. And they were like, whoa. And he's like, what? You can Google it. I know you're not talking about somebody can Google somebody. I know that's not you, sir. Let me know if you are smoking the coke. Are you smoking the crack? Because it's weird for you to say that. So then Kwame Brown was like, Dracarys. Mind you, that's the second Game of Thrones reference. He probably doesn't know what it is. He was like, oh, scorched earth, bitch. So Charlemagne apparently, like Kwame, brought up literally what everybody knows about Charlemagne, because he fucking said it on his own fucking show about the accusation of sexual misconduct and sexual assault. So then Charlemagne's lawyer issued him a cease and desist. And that's very interesting that you would do a cease and desist, but cease and desist can be, and depending on the state, can be broad and narrow at the exact same time. But it's literally like, According to, in Charlamagne's words, we could have Googled it.
So this might be an extreme circumstance or comparison, excuse me. Might be extreme, but I feel like this is akin to when Vanessa and her oldest daughter found out about Kobe and Gigi on TMZ before they were able to be notified.
See, that's the thing. And I don't even know if they sued a cease and desist or literally just sued them. Because then remember, the LAPD was mad that she named the officers who were showing hundreds of pictures of the site. And it was like, oh my God, you're embarrassing us. Hundreds of photos.
Pictures of him mangled, like I've
the
seen
body,
pictures.
His remains. It's like, wait, why do you feel like Vanessa is wrong in his?
And my thing is, I've seen Aaliyah's remains.
I can't do it.
And I was, like these things are out there and people need to stop.
And and the thing about it is like these are police officers. So when everybody cops are good people, I'm like, you do realize these are not random ass people. These are the people that are first responders supposed to be protecting them. But just to let y'all know, if y'all were mad at Gail, but just know there's a lot of white people who don't like Kobe Bryant. They did not like him for what happened that one night in the Midwest. So it's fuck him forever for a lot of people. And it's like, y'all don't even hold that same energy. Okay. So
for Kwame, I feel like he's a man just running off principle. Sure,
because it really is like it's principles at this point. Because Homeboy has his own YouTube and he keeps going live. So he has several live videos between that day and now. He is now monetized. I'm like, get your coin, sir, for dragging people that we don't like. We're going to keep saying people that we don't like. I'm going to keep saying that. So Charlamagne has now he gave himself donkey of the day because Leonard wants to, he's like, he said, I gave himself donkey of the day. He said, since I unintentionally caused trauma, I need to be intentional about causing healing.
I hate when they get a hold of these words.
So I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody. Clearly, all that he a bust up gets to him. You don't know what people are going through or have been through. I'm sure I caused pain for not only Kwame Brown, but for his family, especially his family in my hometown of Moncks Corner, South Carolina. You know how I know? Because I spoke to a few of them. I was apologizing for triggering them. I'm sorry, y'all. So it's the unintentional for me. It's the unintentional for me. I'm sorry. How is that? How are you literally Googling this man's family, but also adding the fact that you actually know his people because y'all in the same town? So how is this unintentional? How? Explain. Use all the words that you think that you use when you don't. I am just like, what do you mean? I'm sorry. How is that not supposed to harm him? Please explain how that's not supposed to, how is doing any of that not harming him? I'm sorry. I'm literally.
Here's the deal. I believe, this feels like classic textbook manipulation. It just don't feel right. And also, too, this is something that you have to be very mindful of. when people hurt people, because I say this all the time when we talk about dating and relationships, I feel like some of the modern dating practices are rooted in abuse. And I think that a lot of modern socialization is rooted in abuse, meaning it is socially acceptable to be aloof or to not care about people's feelings or to consider their feelings. And then when they react or respond, they're taking the language of the abused and now applying it to them like, oh, look at me, I need space and I've been triggered. And it's like, no. You just got a little dose of your own medicine. You see, you brought up all that shit you Googled on him and he came back and was talking about, let's talk about that shit that you really had going on. Cause that's what the nigga said. He said, I'm gonna talk shit about your life. Mm-hmm. He was talking about Steven Jackson. We said it, but it applies here too. But
so I actually have the apology and I kind of want to play it because there's a part that's not in the write-ups that I find very interesting that it's not there. So
am I going to notice it?
You probably are. So let's play it, shall we?
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Donkey of the Day for Monday, May 24th goes to me, Leonard McKelvey. Contrary to popular belief, this is not the first time I've given myself Donkey of the Day because Donkey of the Day does not discriminate. I mean, I may be kind of biased towards certain people, but I don't have any bias when it comes to myself. If I'm wrong, if something I do or say doesn't sit right with my spirit, I have to apologize and do better moving forward, and that's what I'm about to do right now. I want to apologize to Kwame Brown and Kwame Brown's family. I want to apologize to his father, Bill Brown, and the family of his father. See, last week on this radio, in my attempt to defend a Charleston, South Carolina-born brother like myself, I revealed too much information about that man's family. And even though all that stuff is public record, some things just don't need to be said on the radio, and they definitely don't need to be said by me. When I look back, on the way I communicated that, I communicated it all wrong. And I unintentionally triggered trauma in a lot of folks I grew up with who I genuinely love. I'm sure I caused a lot of pain for not only Kwame Brown, but for his family, especially his family in my hometown of Moncks Corner, South Carolina. You know how I know? Because I spoke to a few of them. I've been on the phone this weekend with mothers of children and their children. Salute to Shaliba and her daughter, Brianda. I was on the phone with sisters like Wallette, salute to Wallette. Oh, she cursed me out good. And, I was apologizing for triggering them, causing them pain because I was casually discussing their family's trauma, man. And that's something that I have to stop doing. That's something that we all have to stop doing. I was talking to my Sacred Purpose coach, Yadi Alba, this weekend. She's like a spiritual therapist. I have her and my clinical therapist, and that's what we were talking about, how we casually discuss each other's traumas. I didn't even think about when I spoke on, Kwame and his family, how many people were impacted by those things I was speaking on. I mean, that's generational. Okay, I caused pain and unintentionally poked at people's wounds, okay, wounds that will probably never heal. And I can't take back those words, but I can apologize. I think oftentimes we, meaning black people, we fight each other with our demons, whether true or false, whatever is the worst thing we know about a person or think we know about a person, we default to that, and that was not my intention. I was not in any way, shape, or form trying to paint Kwame in a negative light, okay? That black man is not my op. He wasn't my op when I said it. In my mind, I'm defending that man, but I should have been defending him as Leonard Charlemagne the God McKelvey, the professional, and not Leonard Larry, whatever you want to call me, from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, talking like I'm home in the town on why I believe they need to leave Kwame Brown alone. That was whack, because the conversation didn't even have to go there. The conversation should have been about basketball. Yes, leave Kwame Brown alone because he achieved a goal and a dream that 1.3% of NCAA seniors will achieve, and 0.03% of high school seniors. You know how small a number that is? And, that's just simply being drafted in the NBA. If you play 13 seasons and make $65 million, you're a success, okay? If you work 13 years anywhere and make that kind of money, you're a success. So salute to that man. The only expectations we have to live up to is our own. That's why I always say success is subjective, okay? My views of success may be different than yours. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters. But we didn't even get into that conversation because my mind automatically went to something that it didn't even have to go to. In doing that, I unintentionally caused trauma. And since I unintentionally caused trauma, I have to be intentional about causing healing. I'm not about to sit around and have beef with another black man for nothing. Trust me, as y'all know, I have a lot of real enemies who are gunning for me every day. Kwame Brown is not going to be one of them, okay? I totally understand why Kwame Brown was upset at me. I went low. That wasn't my intention. But in hindsight, it was low. And Kwame took it to the floor with me. And y'all be online so excited, ready to see black people go back and forth and tear each other down. I'm not doing that. I'm not going back and forth if I feel like I wronged somebody. I'm going to apologize. That's what I think a good man does. A good man apologizes for the mistakes, that he made. But a great man corrects them. Hopefully, I get the opportunity to do that one day. But for now, I just apologize. And I'm not beefing with a black man who's born where I was born and has family where I'm from. There's nothing on this planet that I love more than God, my family, and Moncks Corner, South Carolina. The whole...
Yeah, I'm going to pause this. Now, what part do you think I had a problem with? It's several, but. And what part, a better question, what part did you have a problem with it? That's,
I did not like, I trigger trauma in people because it's generational. He kept referring back to it. I ain't like that shit. Okay, so there are several points that I was just like, overall, like, I think that's kind of like the part I was getting to. Like, you have a spiritualist and a clinical psychologist, a clinician that you speak with, but you didn't know not to even delve into this. Well, no, let me not. I can't. I don't. The whole thing just smacked of like.
This is the same Charlemagne who has gone back and forth with people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Who talked cash money shit about him. You spent part of your show going back and forth with Monique.
Yeah.
You go at niggas every damn week on your show. I'm saying I don't listen to it, but I know at least once a week you like raking somebody's past over the coals. You issued this man a cease and desist. You don't issue that if you don't think you are wrong.
See, the thing about it is, too, it makes sense that he don't want, like, well, first of all,
do not apologize to this man because he could seriously beat your ass.
No, he's got family in the same place as his family, and I'm pretty sure they was like, "Oh, nigga, we know what you used to do and what you did."
And it's like the thing about it is you're saying you Googled that shit. I'm pretty sure you got information from your friends and your kin, and they like, what the fuck you saying on the damn radio? I only told you that. See, this is also saying it wasn't my intention. I'm sorry.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
And also, what is your intention on bringing up what was in Kwame Brown's past that his own family didn't even know? Because he said he likes to say his mama's cooking. His mama didn't tell him. So what intention? You are full of shit. He was snappy. He snapped back on your ass, and everybody's like, it's about time somebody took Charlemagne down a peg or two. You are full of shit. Kwame Brown to beat your ass, and also you dead ass wrong, and also you ain't want Kwame to go start talking to people.
And digging up your shit. And saying I'm
like,
pretty sure that girl was not the only person you did something out the way to.
Allegedly, it never is.
Allegedly.
It's like we saying we don't want to get sued. I'm sitting here like, you have lost your goddamn mind for you to sit here and actually say, y'all, we just love when black people go back and forth. baby, that's your bread and butter. Are you fucking kidding me?
But see, so here's the deal.
Who are you talking to in this apology that's so full of shit? It wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. What was your intention? I was defending him by bringing up the alleged criminal past of his family. How was that defending him? How? Explain. Use all the words.
And so the other part to that, how are you defending me and throwing me under the bus at the same time?
That part.
How are you bringing up my daddy's criminal record to defend me?
Mm-hmm.
How are you bringing up my brother's mental health?
How is that defending me?
Domestic situation, defending me, and and that's the thing. Like I said, you use these words, this language, and then you say it in these nice tones. See, that is definitely something that
it's the timber. It's like it's a very manipulative timber.
That's something that we learned from white women in the office. When they're saying something to you,
I'm going to say it really quietly. I'm going to say it like this.
Because I know you're probably going to, do the thing you do. But I mean, if you could just tone down your nigger nose, I'd appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've seen it. Yeah.
We've seen it. It's the gaslighting for me.
It's kind of like, bro.
Okay. It's like, all right, Leonard. See, that's the thing. You just don't want Monique to come back there and dig her foot up in your ass. Like, okay, Leonard, we don't want to have to call Monique back up here. So the other person that was in his crossfire calmies was Stack, aka Steven Jackson. Apparently went back and forth. According to Stack, and it feels like he actually has deleted this. So it's off his Instagram, but this article was written on Monday. This was from his on Monday, mind you. I'm telling y'all, Kwame Brown got a lot of videos. I think he still was like fuck Stack and all this. So Stack put up a video, Instagram post on Monday. He's sitting somewhere with his feet on somebody's table. Like, I know your grandmama done taught you better than this, but mind you, Steve Jackson said you are dirt and your job is dirt and all this. And remember, the same person. I disrespected him. He disrespected me. We agreed on that and moved on. It's dead. Sorry, nobody got killed or hurt. No, that's what y'all wanted. It's a new day. Stay on my Dean. Oh, I don't know what the fuck you talk about. Making peace and me growing ain't for you to understand. 31K cash off Instagram this month. If it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. Make it make sense. I've only been a Muslim a few months. Can't change 43 years overnight. Headed in right direction en route to even more righteousness. Alhamdulillah. And apparently at though best by Hamza. So several things about you. I love that him and Charlamagne did the exact same thing. Y'all just want black people to fight. Y'all came at him. Why are you acting like he came at y'all for no reason? Why are y'all being so self-righteous? Stack had no problem putting on his own Instagram, dogging out the mother of 3 of his children. Yep. But you are sitting like, yeah, you ain't got what you wanted. Yeah, we don't want no man dogging out all black women because he literally is mad that the woman that didn't let him fuck him anymore wanted him to still be the fucking father of his fucking children. Who the fuck do you think you playing with, you baby back bitch? It's like, why y'all sitting here going, oh, y'all just want to see black people fight? Y'all came at him on your show. Why are you acting like it's like y'all thought that shit was snappy? Y'all are used to being snappy about other basketball players because it's like you are in the league, so you can be snappy because it's people like Stephanie that don't watch the shooty hoops, so they don't know who the fuck you talking about. Kwame Brown was like, bitch, not on my watch. I have a whole fucking fuck you. You a baby I was like, yeah, you're not prepared. They be talking about everybody on that show. They say comments and people kind of like water off a duck's back. I don't know. I don't think that makes Kwame Brown immature. It does make people who don't respond and because I think some people have tweeted. They're like, who the fuck these niggas think they are? But they have never. No one's gone scorched earth the way Kwame Brown is, and the reason why everybody's like, oh, this is great, is because literally cue up the song from Chicago. They had it coming. They had it coming. This was like, I'm sorry. This was like, look, because even when Monique came at Charlamagne, it's like, I mean, she ain't wrong here. It's like the people who give Charlamagne his shit back, no one ever says you dead wrong for doing it. Nobody is like, I hate saying nobody, but for the most part, no one really gives them a lot of shit for it. You don't see a lot of people going, how dare you go at Charlamagne? They're kind of like, yeah, I mean, I can understand. It's mostly understood why you would respond that way. So I don't understand like this self-righteous, oh, I'm going to be the bigger person. You could have kept his name out your mouth and you wouldn't have these problems.
That and he was like, y'all been making this joke about me for a minute.
That's like he ain't never said anything. It's like he ain't never said anything. He's like, I'll be leaving y'all alone. And I think it's because Gilbert Arenas. It's like, how you going to shit on me, sir? Don't do that. It's like, I was in the locker room with you. It'd be different if it was just like, because I think that's the reason why he kind of left the other people alone. This is somebody who played ball with him. He's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Wait a minute. What you doing? And of all people, Gilbert Arenas. It's like, sir, I don't know. You know what? Let me ask. I might poll people who watch the Shooty Hoops. Is he a big deal? Apparently he's not. But I don't know. He might be. He has fans. He was a Laker, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that might be it. I don't know. I'll ask my brother too. I'm sorry. He's another person that does the Shooty Hoops, and I talked to him about the Shooty Hoops because my brother's a Lakers fan, but he also was a Kobe fan. So
I don't even keep up with them niggas.
Yeah, I don't.
But like I said, they the basketball wild niggas to me.
Right, the basketball man. They should have their own show when y'all do a reality show, and y'all like all of our exes was on the reality show. Shaq could be there. He could be the Shawnee O'Neal.
I mean, he would be the queen bee. He would, but
Shawnee. Oh my god! But then we could get Dwayne Wade, and he would just be the one everybody loves. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know if that'll work because she's not on the. It's Gabrielle. Oh, we couldn't get him. He could be a friend of. That'd be great. I'm just sitting here like y'all really trying to act like it, and the fact that I know that Stack is full of shit. Why you delete it? Why is not? Maybe it's not. Maybe I didn't scroll too far. Let me see. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I didn't scroll too far.
Some of them did go back and delete some things and kind of walk back what they said. I just feel like they don't want to get.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't delete it. It's still there. I didn't scroll far enough. I apologize, y'all. It's still sitting there. I am above this. Nigga, shut the hell up. And of course, so I know you're going to like this name because I was inconsolable for 25 minutes, but a new name for Alexander Scamilton is Rice Cube. And I am screaming. I've been screaming for 25 minutes. They call this man Rice Cube because he of course commented, this is the right thing. This is the right thing. Love you, brother. You know, and the fact that you have Kobe in your pic on Instagram, Kobe wouldn't. No, you know what? Let me shut up. I'm sorry. Final thoughts, because fuck them.
Girl.
Just fuck them. It's like y'all are full of shit. It's like, listen, and also y'all, hey, hi, hello. This is not us literally co-signing a lot of stuff that Kwame Brown has on his page. He has a lot. He says a lot. He likes to talk. It's not that it's terrible. He's someone who really, really loves his mama. However, he uses words like females. He had some very choice words about Breonna Taylor, what happened to her, that this is what happens when you're with drug dealers, when her current boyfriend was not, that was her ex. They also went to the wrong house. But, you know, see, that's the thing. I think we can put people in little pockets. We do not, I'm like, you can say people are broken clocks.
Mm-hmm.
You can really say it. I'm like, I'm about to say Reese. Kwame, somebody keeps calling Kwame, and I'm very confused as to why they're doing that.
Kwame?
Kwame? I heard a lot of Kwame. So
because
Kwame.
niggas don't, because I'm tired. Never mind. That's because you know what? A lot of these niggas, they're not black no more.
It was just like, why y'all saying it Kwame and not Kwame? I'm very confused as to why. But maybe, like, look, maybe if I say Kwame, see, y'all, I'm just saying, I might not put his name in it. I'm not going to say it, okay? I am not. Look, I'm not big enough for him to notice. But I'm just saying, it might be Kwame with a Y. And they're like, see how that works? Nope, he not finding me because you know what? You don't test no nigga who said, I know where I don't need a permit to beat your ass. How? It's not a how, it's a why do you know that? It's a why for me. So Kwame said a lot. Kwame has said a lot of shit that I don't agree with. But sometimes I will say this, it seems like it's more receptive for somebody who is hotepish to drag another hotepish person. I will bring y'all back and y'all literally got to find this when Span does his the special hotep unit when he went through Umar versus Tariq and I was screaming. So sometimes it's like, yeah, it's fine if you come at him because both of y'all are, I mean, I don't know. Essentially this is going to die down, but I feel like I would not be surprised if Mr. May, because that's his new name now, Mr. May might end up in the Span report, special hotep unit. Dun dun. Yeah, he might end up there. I don't know. Might take a week, might take 3 months. I am not advocating for Mr. Span to go after him. I am just saying that, I wouldn't be surprised because people have already dug up the fact of what he has said because Kwame Brown has literally been saying a lot of shit for years. People just didn't know.
Yeah.
Because they didn't go to his YouTube channel. And I'm not going to tell you because I'm not saying his name anymore. Okay.
Shut up. Why are you whispering that?
Because I'm a fool. I'm a whole fool. Okay. Whole fool. Okay. So that is what we're doing, y'all. I think we have a show, Cook. It is the end of May. I appreciate you as a mother. You are doing an amazing job. Nina gives me so much joy because she's fucking hilarious, adorable, and she is a chocolate chip off the cookie. So you are doing amazing, sweetie. We are ending May. Let me just say this about the mamas out there who are literally doing their best. I'm really tired of black men. I'm on my soapbox. Hold on. When I'm in a clubhouse room, people, I don't know how I did this. I didn't realize it was my thing. And I literally just have to do it. If I unmic on the clubhouse and I sigh, everybody stops and said, oh shit, what is Stephanie going to say? Because I don't yell. I just say what the fuck I said. Here's the thing. I'm really sick of black men coming after black mothers, single, married, or coupled. Most notably, they come after single mothers. And I'm really sick of y'all shit. I'm getting tired of your shit. Tired. T-I-Y-A-D. Tired. I'm so tired of you going after women who not only had to birth a child and or children, depending on how many they have, they literally, your body has to be basically realigned after you've had said children. And then to top it all off, you may have a man who feels like the only thing he needs to contribute to rearing a child is putting nut in you. So they feel like if they no longer they can no longer treat you like a cum depository, they feel like their shit is done. And it's like, oh my God, well then I don't have to be involved in this child's life. Then you get to be the person who has to still take care of that child and act like shit is okay. And also go to work with white people. And they literally don't give a shit about you at work. They're like, look, is work done or no? And then you got to come back home to your kid. So your kid gets to go to school. You get to pay for the aftercare, the daycare. Your man, the man who decided to help you sire said children, thinks that his $76.42 a month is literally tipping the scales on child rearing, and he should get a trophy for his $76.42. When aftercare is like $300 a week. And a child has to eat, oh, I don't know, every single day. They have to drink, oh, I don't know, every single day. They have to wear clothes every day they go to school. If there is a hole in the shoe or one of the knees is out, the teacher may not call the mother, they may call CPS instead of you. You are not the emergency contact for said child, it is her. So if an emergency happens with said kid, she has to leave. If she does not have PTO or she's not in a position where it offers PTO, she is now losing money to leave school, to leave work, to go to the school. And you think your 3 days out of the month that you babysit your kid means that you should get a gold star on the board. And if that isn't even enough, you have these men who don't take care of their children and or their buddies that they split nachos at with Chili's, getting on social media, shitting on single mothers because she decided to save up money and get her a nice pair of shoes. Or she decided to go get her hair done when she hasn't had her hair done, where not her, she decided to go get her hair actually washed by someone else, styled by someone else. Literally, a half a day at a hair salon may feel like a spa day because you're not doing something yourself. You decide to hop y'all asses on Twitter to shit on single mamas. As if, Mr. Oh my God, the way my child lives, as if, I don't know, there aren't these things called courts where you can go down with your lawyer and you could go down and become the custodial parent. But you're like, oh, wait, too much dip on your chip. Yeah, exactly. You don't care about your children that much. Let's be very clear. So I am really at this point. This is why in the month of May, I really do. So it's really interesting because in June, I do celebrate fathers. I ask fathers to come here and be on this show. But be very clear. I am not just asking men that put their dick in women and got them pregnant. I'm actually asking men who are fucking fathers that would really walk through fire before they see their child without. And also would never part their lips to shit on their mothers. Ever in life. Because they're real parents. My father was a real parent. He is a real parent. Cook's father was a real parent. Y'all niggas are sperm donors and don't like when women clock y'all on that. If you are a real father, this ain't hitting you because you know what the fuck you do.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a real father, you're not looking for somebody to thank you because y'all don't shower mothers. You just expect them to do it because you actually think that is what they're designed to do. I saw a man say, I don't take women seriously if they don't want to have children. And somebody responded, it's like a toaster saying they don't want to make toast. You are actually reducing a woman to a kitchen appliance. And you wonder why bitches don't want to fuck your ass. You wonder why women actually are glad that they have the choice to not have y'all fucking children. Y'all wonder why. And it is amazing. You have women who are literally pouring their whole selves out on social media on the hopeful chance that a man will actually go, wow, this is pretty fucked up. No, they don't. They dismiss it. Well, what about all the single fathers? Time out, homie. You only talk about it when women say, why are we not celebrating single mothers? What about the single fathers? What about them? See how that works? If we just, what about them? See how dismissive and stupid that is. I said it in the clubhouse room earlier today. I'm like, it is very weird for men hearing women talking about domestic violence and what they have survived, actually knowing every woman, and I'm sorry, any woman you talk to, every woman either has been a victim of domestic violence, sexual assault, or sexual abuse, or they know a woman who has.
We all do.
And it's like everybody. There's no possible way that all of us know somebody and y'all don't know any. I'm like, I don't know where you. I'm like, you don't know any abusers.
And you know the wild part?
Yeah,
I don't know nobody who's been accused of rape, and it turned out they was being lied on.
I say all that to say, Mother's Day was a week or so ago, almost 2 weeks, I think, at this point. I don't just celebrate my mother on Mother's Day. It's like I feel like it's just an excuse for me to do extra, or for her to allow me to lavish her, because I think that's the other plight of being a Black woman. Someone's always telling you that's what you're designed to do. You're hardworking. That's what you're supposed to be. You're strong. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be mothers are supposed to be good parents. I can almost guarantee you there's a lot of mothers that aren't. Being a good parent is not a requirement of a parent. But when you have a good parent, you have no problem celebrating them. So for all of you dudes who are have children and you are not the custodial parent, I am not talking to men who are custodial parents. Hence why I said, if it don't apply, let it fly. Please do not write to any woman when they're expressing themselves and say, well, what about? If it don't apply to you, why are you sitting here trying to tell me? Do you tell white people to stop talking when when they are defending racists? Or you tell them to shut the fuck up? Why are you defending somebody like that? See how that works? You're not doing whatabouts when you know that shit is fucked up. But because you don't want us to say when shit is fucked up, you don't want us talking about in-house problems. Stop bashing Black women to non-Black people. Start there. Because that is why they bash it, because y'all make that shit okay. Y'all don't say, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing that. And please stop using y'all's exceptions to make it seem like it's rules. It's not. Please stop that. So as I end this very long tirade, because, well, I don't have enough time in the world to tell y'all how fucking shitty it really is for y'all to treat Black women that you do. And then the thing about it is, Black women are propped up by other Black women. because they're like, that shit is not cute. So it always grinds my gears when I see women do well, I ain't like these bitches, I do this. Girl, do that shit and leave us the fuck alone. I promise you, I don't want your life. It sounds tacky and tired. Nobody wants your man, I promise you. You are not making him appetizing. You're making yourself look pathetic for a man who literally will throw your ass away. Please stop shitting on Black women. Stop shitting on Black mothers. Stop shitting on single mothers. Leave fucking trans women alone. Mind your goddamn business. Stop taking pictures of women and say, let me show you how you're doing. I'm like, y'all wouldn't like that shit if we were doing that. Oh, by the way, y'all actually complain about that if we were doing that to you. Hence why we don't do it to you. Please leave Black women alone. Not just in May, but literally. Every damn day, every month of the year. Leave Black women alone. Mind your business. Literally, mind the business that pays you. And I can almost guarantee you, anything some random Black woman you see out in public, that is none of your business. Stop telling them to smile because it'll make you feel better. Fuck you. No, it won't.
Mm.
So that's the Mocha Minutes podcast.
Hey.
Cookie, I appreciate you as always. I appreciate you as my friend. I appreciate you as a podcaster. I appreciate your voice. I appreciate you being, I appreciate you laughing at me because I say shooty hoops because I don't know anything else to say. I could say basketball, y'all. I'm serious. I could say it. I'm just not because I think it's funny.
You know, it is. I'm just glad that you let me come here and cut up. Appreciate it. And you already know how I feel about you. Stop playing. Don't do this to me. Look, let me out here or whatever. And yes, I'm going to get my shit together and I'm going to change my Twitter handle. But
change it. You know what you. I'm sorry.
Actually, that's what my time off is going to be about. So it's coming. It's coming. When I get to take my time, I'm definitely going to go ahead and do some things that I've been meaning to do. And that's also what this retrograde is about. Guys, let's just, make sure that we commit to grounding ourselves over the next few weeks. If you are like me, a fire sign, a Sagittarius, you are affected and impacted. And it's going to be okay. We're just going to ride it out. But definitely, whatever you're feeling, talk to someone. If you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling light, still do what you need to do. But definitely don't just sit there. Let's all make sure that we're vowing to really get moving and to move forward, because what we need is out there. And I believe this is our opportunity to go after it with reckless abandon. So I'm going to recharge in time to do all of that, because there's so much more for me to do. But in the interim, thank you, darling, for having me and for letting me run my mouth. We have to re-record the episode that we recorded because
oh Lord,
we did a lot, but in a good way. But I don't think anyone's ready for this, Stephanie.
Oh Lord. Okay.
I don't think anyone's ready for this.
This is definitely an off mic conversation because I don't even know what the fuck I said. So you know what? You're right. Yeah, we'll talk about this off mic. But y'all, this has been the Mocha Minutes podcast. June will be full of Black fathers. I believe Steven, my brother, is coming back. So yeah, I'm trying to bring in some new dads. There's one dad I'm like, he got to be on the show, and every time I'm like, dang it, I gotta call him. So yeah, this has been the Mocha Minutes podcast. Next, let's see. So no new show next week because next week is Memorial Day, which means Stephanie is taking the week off. I implore all of you to take time off too. It's like when you're teleworking, you feel like I shouldn't take days off because I should be working, but yeah, teleworking months on end with no break is a lot, and I'm starting to feel my battery going low. So, be back in June for Fathers. Everybody, enjoy your Memorial Day. As Erica De Niro says, protect your energy. Love to George Floyd's family. Grief is grief. Please keep them in your prayers. Yeah, and I'll be back. Bye.
Toodles.
No, dress how you want to be addressed.
Okay, cool.
The woman in that clip is basically arguing that if a woman dresses in a way that's considered provocative, she deserves to be disrespected by men. Usually, I would just write her off as Sergeant Pick-Me of the internalized misogyny army, but growth, so I'm just going to go into why that logic is flawed. Number one, if a man is inherently disrespectful, it does not matter what you're wearing. You can be dressed like Cardi B, Adele, or Young and May. He's going to disrespect you. Number two, I think that when we say we want to be respected regardless of clothing, a lot of y'all think we just have a deep personal investment in what men think of us, like we're trying to meet their grannies or something. For some of us, being respected just means being left alone. If you don't like what we are wearing, ignore us. Don't stare like you've never seen titties before. Don't call us names. Don't hit on us aggressively. Just go about your day like a normal adult. Men should be the most offended at the notion that you all lack such self-control that fabric can make you disrespectful.